Hello and welcome here to round 4 of the Rei Sportscar Championship here at Kyoto Driving Park. We're racing at the Yamagiwa reverse layout here for these two 20-lap races. So the grid is based off reverse championship order, so let's go through it now. So in pole position we've got Pixteca, the Mexican driver, followed by Cyberstrike in second. In third place we've got Samios, fourth is Yulanga, fifth is Luke Mitchell in his new livery, Tyler is in 6th position, Happy Hippie 7th, Charlie Fraser 8th, Alex Sinclair is in 9th place, Scudery driver rounds out the top 10, and then we've got Scanny Flick, who had a good performance at Catalonia, Brother V in 12th, and rounding out our field, a 13 car field, is our championship leader Sig Rezo Nico. So as we start this race, we've got a reminder that all drivers must use both of the compounds, and those compounds are the soft and medium tyres. So softer tyres used for this round than the previous events. So we've got two 20-lap races, so we're looking at one stop for most drivers, but two stop strategy might be possible for some drivers. There's a short pit lane, so as we go into turn 1 here, we've got Pixteca leading by Cyber, Sammy. Is anyone going to make a move? Oh, we got a move there between Tyler and Happy Hippie. Tyler thought a bit wide, it seems. Happy Hippie moves up to 6th. They're still racing on. Further back we've got Scanny there, right on the back of Scudery driver and Brother V, and up front was actually being overtaken for the lead. Sorry for them, so Pixteca was in first. So when we go into this tough first chicane, this is actually turn 2 and turn 3, and Pixteca gets on the curb too much. Cyberstrike moves up into the lead there in his teal livery. Samios might even get up into second place on the inside of the hairpin. He cannot pull that off, and actually I think that might allow Yulanga to sweep around the outside, and Luke Mitchell possibly. No, Luke Mitchell cannot make that move, so we've got Cyberstrike leading. Pixteca, so now we've got that very tough downhill chicane, and that's Happy Hippie up in the background. So he falls down the order. I think that was on the curb of death, exiting that downhill chicane. Yulanga now on the inside of this very fast uphill right-hander. Meanwhile, Samios is in 4th place, fighting with Tyler. And we've got this beautiful view as we go into the S. We've got 2 wide. Oh, and that's Luke Mitchell off the track. Samios almost goes off the track, and that allows Charlie Fraser to go through. We've got 3 wide into the final corner. Alex on the outside. We've got Scudery driver on the inside. Samios falls down 4th to 8th in those S's. And we've got Tyler off the track in the wall, and Charlie's involved in an accident as well. Let's try to get a replay of that. So actually we'll go on board with Charlie Fraser. So Tyler hits the wall, and Charlie ends up going into the back of Tyler on the exit of that turn. So that's not what either driver would have wanted, but Charlie uses his opportunity to go off his soft tyres. We'll try and see later on what tyres he's gone on, and that's Yulanga off the track at turn 1, and he's fallen down from 3rd place down to just outside the top 10. No, he's in 10th place, just slotting in that to Sig Rezo Nico. So Scanny Flick has now fallen down, and he's now racing with Sig Rezo Nico. So Sig Rezo Nico moves up to 8th place after starting 13th. Tyler is 7th. Bradders is 6th, and Sammy is 6th, and Bradders has gone from 12th to 5th in these opening 2 laps. He's on medium tyres. Alex has got up to 4th, he's on soft tyres. And then we've got Scudery driver. Oh no, that's Pixteca off. Pixteca's gone off here at the chicane, so this is the 2nd time in 2 laps. Last time it was Happy Hippie, this time it's Pixteca. So he breaks a bit too late there at the first part, and when trying to recover, he gets on the grass. And that's not what he would have wanted. So leading now with a comfortable lead is Cyberstrike after starting 2nd on the grid. This is a very fast layout. Not that many hard braking zones to overtake it. So Sig and Scanny are still fighting later on in this lap. Meanwhile, further back, we've got Charlie Fraser, who's now on the medium tyres, and we've got Happy Hippie now racing with Pixteca, so the 2 drivers who have spun out here racing. Well, 2 drivers who spun out the chicane anyway. Happy tries to make the move on the outside, but cannot make it stick. So, moving up front, so Scooter Driver is in second place. So yeah, Scooter Driver moves to second place after Pix's spin. Alex is in third. Brad is in fourth, Samuel's in fifth, Tyler in sixth. This is the normal livery week where people must use their regular season livery. Last week out at Barcelona was the Otaku week, where it was on sort of Japanese culture, nerd culture, anime, things like that. And here we've got an overtake for the lead, Scooter Driver, the Dutch driver going on the inside of Cyberstrike. As we go through the fast right-hander, room given on the exit, they're still side by side as we go into the S's. Oh, and Scooter Driver closes off the door on Cyber, and that's both of them out. So Alex now takes the lead. Bradders in second, and who's that coming on the inside? I think that's Samios. Samios has actually got overtaken Bradders. So Bradders had to, I think, slow down to avoid Alex. And that's allowed Alex into first place. But we're only going to look at this incident again. So looking on board here with Cyberstrike, he's on the inside. Scooter Driver's on the outside. Oh, and the slightest of contact. Scooter Driver just seemed to think he had an overlap, but he did not. And then we can see Samios there moving up into second place. And will Samios actually take the lead here? This would be fantastic if he did, because he was down to 8th place not a moment ago. Meanwhile, Sigros and Nico's now moved up to 4th place. You can see him battling with Tyler, but there's battle for the lead. Samios around the outside. Can he make that move stick? He can. That's a great move there from Samios. Sig there getting ahead of Tyler with Scanning 6th. Scooter Driver after that collision down to 7th, just ahead of Cyberstrike. So everyone 7th or below has had some sort of incident or spin. Luke Mitchell went off at the S's. Ulanger can't quite remember this incident actually, maybe I'm misremembering. So up front here we've got Sammy, Alex and Bradders. Bradders goes wide and that's the curb of death, so that's the third driver to go off at the curb of death in 4th laps. So Bradders leads who is 7th in the championship, he's now falling down outside of the top 10. Yeah, he falls down to 10th, he might fall down to 11th, so he's happy if he gets past. That's terrible for Bradders. He's on the medium tyres, he's still got to use the soft tyres in these final 17 laps. So Sammy here doing a good performance so far. Now you might notice that some drivers are using traction control, some aren't. It certainly can help people losing control, as Alex there almost losing control. He is not using traction control this round. Sammy was using traction control, and you could maybe notice that his speed through the S's was slightly slower as the traction control limited his power. So Tyler slightly goes off the track, and that allows Scanny Flip pass into 5th place. Meanwhile, Alex and Sinclair... No, sorry, that's... we've got Alex and Sammy, the two leaders, now fighting for the win. Slight contact at the exit there off turn 4. As you know, going down the hill, let's go on board here with the Irish driver. So you have to be really careful under braking. Alex braking a little bit too late there, and he's lost on the exit, and that might allow Sig to get past as we go through up the hill. And Sig does move up into 2nd place. He's on the medium tyres. He started at the back. He's run quite a bit wide though, but I think he might still have the move. No, actually, I think Alex sweet right through. And part of that is because Sigros and Nico have a power ballast. Because he's leading the championship, he has a slight little bit of ballast, so he's got 3% reduction in his power. Meanwhile, Bradders V, who started in 12th position, has a 1% reduction in power. Further back, we've got Luke Mitchell and Newlander fighting over 8th. And Sig Nico's made a mistake. Oh no, sorry, I haven't. I incorrectly made a mistake there. But someone who has made a mistake there is Sammy Olsen. He has still now defending the turn 4 ahead of Alex Sinclair. Oh, and that's contact, and Alex Sinclair moves up into the lead there on the exit. Sig Nico in second. Sammy Inati drops down to 4th place behind Scuderia driver, who earlier had on the incident with Cyberstrike in the S's. Further back, and Scanny Flick I think has lost a little bit of ground. Scanny Flick's dropped to 6th place. So as we go through here through the S's, we've got Samuel trying to catch Scuderia driver. So we're now on lap 6, so we might see a few more pit stops soon. We've already had a few drivers pitting after they had incidents. So Scuderia driver jumps into the pits on his soft tyres. Alex Sinclair is also on soft tyres, but he's actually staying out. Meanwhile, Brothers V, who started on mediums, is also into the pit, so he had a short medium stint. And you can see there's a Scuderia driver coming out in 10th place, just behind Cyberstrike. Alex Sinclair once again battling here with drivers in turn 4. Sig gets a good run here out of the hairpin, and this is the sort of place where he has to make a move with the power deficit really hampering his ability to overtake. But he is the championship leader. Oh! Well, that is one way to control your car. We've already had 3 drivers, I think, lose control of the curve of death. Sig almost made it 4. Scanny Flick is in 4th place, Tyler's in 5th, Luke Mitchell in 6th. Happy he is now in 7th place, Yulander 8th, Scuderia driver 9th, Cyberstrike is in 10th, Brothers V is in 11th, Pixteco is in 12th, he earlier spun at the curb of death, and Charlie Fraser is down to 13th, he's made a pit stop. So Alex Sinclair holding on here, he's having a very long soft stint, it's 8 laps. But drivers might be able to go longer, we might see soft stints sort of 9 laps, 10 laps. It really depends on how you nurture your tyres, how aggressive you are with the steering and acceleration. Alex Sinclair defending yet again in turn 4. There was slight contact with Sig sort of at the apex of the turn there. Meanwhile, as we go further back, we've got this sort of trainer car. So we've got Tyler in 5th position, I think at the start of the train. Yes, he is. Luke Mitchell in 6th, Happy in 7th, Yulander in 8th. Oh, and that's Tyler off the track. Luke Mitchell here moves up into 5th. And Happy moves up into 6th place in his Williams Renault. We've got Scuderia driver on the inside of Yulander. Looks like a clean move. Scuderia driver does make a stick, and now it's too wide as we enter the S's here. With Tyler. Yulander now contact with Tyler, so Scuderia got through. And I think Tyler's hit the wall. No, Tyler's managed to hold on to 8th place, so he has lost 1 position, but he hasn't lost 2 just yet. Oh, and that's a driver into the pits. It's Luke Mitchell. He was in about 5th or 6th place. We've also got Tyler in the pits after that battling, and now you can see Scuderia driver's on the inside of Happy P. Scuderia driver moves into 5th place ahead of Happy P. Further up front, we see another defensive move into turn 4. It's definitely one of the best overtaking zones, as it is probably the slowest corner on the track. Other slow turns are turn 1. And that's about it. Everything else is at least 3rd gear. So we see Alex here in 3rd gear, but he moves into 4th at the exit of the chicane. Sig getting very loose on the exit of the chicane again. Cyberstrike fighting with you longer. Cyberstrike has yet to make a pit stop. His fastest lap is a 26.1. He's been on soft tyres now for 9 laps. So Cyberstrike just lifting off there in the middle of the S's. Some drivers are going full throttle. As we have got some of our leaders into the pit, so Alex Sinclair on soft and Sammy on soft both into the pits. Our leader is now Sigurd and is on medium tyres, so I assume he's doing a one-stop strategy. Some of the drivers who pit early on are definitely going to be doing 2 stops. So Sammy I think went on to mediums. So Alex went on to mediums. Crucially, Sammy has actually come out behind Brothers V. So these two were close a few laps into the race before Brothers had his spin. Brothers made an earlier pit stop. He got off the medium tyres and he is now on the soft tyres and fighting, and he goes down the outside of Cyberstrike. Ooh, a little bit of a barge at turn 4. We've already seen quite a bit of contact there. So Sig's fastest lap so far on the medium tyres are 25.0. He has yet to make a pit stop. So if he goes a few more laps, maybe until about lap 12, you'd expect him to about 8 laps on softs. Scuderi driver, he's on his second stint on soft tyres, so he has to use a medium tyre at some point soon. Skelly Flick is still on medium tyres, he's yet to pit. And his tyres are in very good condition, so that's very good there by the Nissan driver. He took good care of his tyres at Catalonia as well. Happy Hippie and Alex, they were fighting for 4th and 5th, and Happy Hippie was trying to go into the pit lane, but Alex was on the inside. That might actually give Brothers V a chance to overtake Alex as he was going to turn 1, as Alex had to slow down. We've got Brothers V on the outside on fresh soft tyres, we've got Alex on the inside on fresh mediums, and Brothers V goes round the outside there at turn 1. Meanwhile, Happy Hippie's now come out the pits, he's rejoined just behind Tyler. Oh, and that's a spin. It's Alex Sinclair. Let's just go back and see what's happened here. So just go through. So he's still just right with racing with Brothers V, but he just gets on the curb. So Pix Tecker, I think, did that at the start of the race, which gave Cyberstrike the lead. Alex does a small spin there, loses about 4 seconds, and that's him down to 6th place. So just showing off here one of the liveries made by these drivers. So this is Happy Hippie's number 79 Williams livery that he's created. So as we move on to lap 12, we've still got Sig on medium tyres. He's doing 26s it seems. If you look at the lap times on the right, we've had sort of 26.3, 26.3, 26.6, 27.0. Now on the previous lap it was a 26.9. The fastest off the race so far is 23.5 by Brothers V. That was on soft tyres. But Sigurd and Nico, the championship leader, has yet to use soft tyres. Now there's no points for fastest lap, but it could be considered a bragging right for some. So we go further back here, we've got a battle for the top 5 between Samios and Alex Sinclair. So Alex is on fresh mediums, and if we just go to the data of Sammy, he's also on pretty fresh mediums. He pitted on lap 9, and I believe that was the same lap that Alex came into the pits. So Brothers V on his soft tyres, he's been on them for a while and his tyres are extremely warm. He's fighting with Scania Flick who's yet to pit and is on very old mediums, so both these drivers on very worn tyres. Meanwhile, one driver who was also on worn tyres was Sigurd Nico. He pits from the lead. Screwdriver driver who was in second also pits. And Skenny Flick there, who was temporarily in third before the overtake, also pits. So Bradley now inherits the lead, but his tyres are worn. He'll have to make a second pit stop. Samios comes out ahead of Sig Rezanico. Samios doesn't have to pit again, so Sami is in the sort of net lead right now. Out of the people who don't have to pit again. It's very close as well. So you've got Sig Rezanico, we've got Alex Sinclair, Luke Mitchell fighting with Scooter Ridge as we go to the hairpin. It's a good move there by the Dutch driver. Oh, and that's Alex Sinclair in the wall. Alex Sinclair on the exit turn 4. Not using traction control, he has been for the last few rounds, but here he hasn't, and that's possibly caught him out there with that spin. Further on in the sort of battle for what is currently the lead between Sig Rezanico on fresh softs and Sami on medium tyres. So Sig should be able to get past here the American driver. As we go through the right-hander, and I think the move might be already made, but no, Sami sticks it on the exit as we go through the S's. And there you can see that Sami's power, because Sami doesn't have power ballast, working wonders for him and allowing him to stay in second place. Further back, so Scanny Flick has pitted and he's rejoined behind Happy Hippie, but Scanny is on much fresher tyres. Meanwhile, Bradley has come into the pits on soft tyres and he'll rejoin the... Oh, very late move by Sami. He goes very heavily on the inside. Sig then hence just goes around the outside and makes that move sort of completely. Sig takes the lead of this race with 6 laps to go. Sami is in second, Scooter Driver in third, Luke Mitchell in fourth. Scooter Driver on medium tyres definitely doesn't have to pit again, he's fighting Sami. Down the inside. Ooh, a little bit of contact to the exit. Meanwhile, Luke Mitchell's on slightly worn mediums. I don't know if he'll make it to the end. He pitted on lap 8. So honestly, I think that Luke Mitchell might have to make a second stop. Oh, and who's that? That's Sami off the track there at the chicane. He drops down. He was battling for second. Now he falls into the clutches of Luke Mitchell. I think that's what happened, isn't it? Oh no, I think there was slight contact between the two there in the chicane. So Luke Mitchell slowed up, Sami went off the track. So fair play there from MMR Luke Mitchell. That allows Alex Sinclair to catch up this battle. So he's on a one-stop strategy. Luke Mitchell though, I do think he'll have to pit again. Ooh, he's gone off the track. Luke Mitchell just went out into the wall, similar to what Tyler did at the start of the race. Oh, and that's what happened. So yeah, so Tyler went off the track on the opening lap, and that's why Charlie fell down the order, and that's supposed to be on the outside of Alex Sinclair again. So pull that move off a few laps ago in similar conditions where Brothers had fresh softs. And then fresh softs still, he's trying to make a move on Sami here. So this will be 3 positions in about 4 corners. All contact, so Sami just missing the apex slightly. Brothers on the outside, holds it on the outside, but can't get alongside if they go down the hill. So Brothers on fresh softs would like to be able to get by Sami as quickly as possible and chase down Scooter Driver for second position in this race. Sami goes wide, he missed that final apex of the chicane, and that's Brothers on the inside and into third place as he goes up the hill, but now he has to defend because Sami has a little bit more power. Brothers holds on. So Luke Mitchell down to 6th place is fighting with Alex Sinclair. We've got Scanny up to 7th, he's got past Happy somewhere. Oh, that's Luke Mitchell. So he's on medium tyres, although his tyres, well, I thought they were quite worn a few laps ago, but he's managed to sort of keep them sort of pretty good. But he, I think he actually just rated late. I don't think that there was contact from behind. So he just overshot him there at turn 1 and drops him down to 8th position. Meanwhile, just behind him now is Tyler and Yulander fighting for 9th place. They round out the top 10. Cyberstrike is in 11th place. He's currently on medium tyres. His fastest lap is a 25.3. Charlie's up to 12. He really has not had a good race after the early incident. He's on soft tyres, so maybe he's just trying to get some practice on those tyres. Pickstecker is in 13th place. So let's go further up. We've got to battle now for 5th place. Is Scaniflip there on much fresher tyres. He's on the soft compound. He goes at a 5th. It's been a good performance here by the British driver. And we're slightly further up, and Scooter driver, who is on slightly mediums, is being hounded here by Bradley's V. And now if we go on board with Bradley's V. Ooh, contact, so Scooter there, slightly moving to the right on the exit turn. Bradley saw a little bit of a gap on the inside, went for it slightly on the grass, but Bradley makes it there into turn 1. Meanwhile, Luke Mitchell, yeah, he has had to make a second stop, quite a late one as well, so I think that will put Luke Mitchell outside of the top 10. Bradley goes off the track a bit, that certainly would have helped him, but I think Scooter also made a slight mistake, so he cannot get the position back. We've got Sammy and Alex here fighting for 5th place, so Scanny has now moved up to 4th. Let's try and catch that. So yeah, here's we go to turn 1, Scanny on soft tyres. So yeah, that's a similar move to what we just saw there with Scooter driver and Brothers V, just on the inside of turn 1. And then this allows Alex and Claire to catch up. So both of these are on warm mediums. Sammy's tyres are slightly better, but they are both in the same vehicle. Meanwhile, further back, we've got side-by-side action here between the Lexus of Tyler and Yulander in the Nissan GTR. Tyler around the outside there at turn 4. And I think a driver's made a mistake. It might have been Scaniflip. So as we look further up ahead, and yet, so it's a mistake that a few drivers have made here, just running a little bit too wide there at the exit of that really difficult sort of triple chicane. And that drops Scanny down to 7th place, so he was in 4th after making some good moves there on his new soft tyres. But now he's dropped back, and as his soft tyres start to wear, it's going to be hard to make these positions back up. You can see Sammy in 4th place, Alex in 5th, Scanny in 6th, and Happy if now making good progress into 7th place. So Happy if he started on the soft compound and went to mediums, I believe. Meanwhile, Scaniflick kind of did the opposite approach. We've seen a good mix of 1-stop and 2-stop strategies. A lot of these drivers have made 1-stop strategies, but Bradley and Scooter driving 2nd and 3rd have done 2-stop. Meanwhile, Sigres and Nico, who is leading this race excellently, he did a 1-stop strategy after starting on the medium compound, and that's Happy if slightly off. He almost hit the wall. Scaniflip now on the outside of turn 4. Alex has been fighting it here at turn 4 so much. Oh, we got a driver off the track further behind. I think it's Charlie Fraser. Meanwhile, Cyberstrike and Luke Mitchell are fighting for 10th place, and we've got Tyler and Yulander. They've been fighting so much this race, and Yulander has now moved up into 8th place. Alex, Sammy and Scanny have been fighting, and honestly that sounded way nicer than I expected it to. And Scanny is now going to chase down Sammy for 4th place after that good move there on Alex and Claire. So Sammy here having one of his best races so far this season, but I don't think it's going to be good enough for 4th place because Scani here making amends for his mistake a couple of laps ago, and he goes back up to 4th place. And it's getting a bit loose there at turn 1. That might allow Ab here to close, but not close enough. Yulanga's now pulling away from Tyler, both on warm mediums. Tyler's a little bit more warm. Luke Mitchell on his fresh softs after that late pit stop might be able to make some ground. So this is the closest battle on track, I believe. It's still between Sammy and Alex. Sammy's been able to defend from Alex for what seems like all 19 laps that we've done so far. They just love each other so much that they want to be around each other so much. Happy to get him on the action as we go on board with him. Slowing down on the exit of the S's just for sort of safety, considering that he was behind other drivers in the S's. Meanwhile, we've now got Luke Mitchell on his sort of newer soft tyres overtaking the American Tyler, and might be able to make a move on the Irish driver with Yulanga pretty soon on. So as we go on to the final lap, someone that we haven't really looked at much is our race leader. We haven't looked at much because he's been leading by 10 seconds. He's on soft tyres that are sort of quite heavily worn now. He's got a fastest lap of 23.4. That's not the fastest lap of the entire race though. But he's had a good race. Others around him have had incidents, and he's just been able to sort of make his way through the field with some good overtakes. As we go further back, it seems to have calmed down slightly down here. Luke Mitchell might be able to get the move there on Yulanga. And he does. That's Luke Mitchell into 8th place. And our race winner here at Yamagiwa Reverse is Sig Rosanica. He wins this opening sprint race. Superb victory. Bradesby comes home in 2nd place. Scuderia driver 3rd, and can Scani make it into 3rd? No, so Scuderia however holds on to 3rd. Scani flicking 4th. Sammy defends from Alex in 5th. Alex therefore has to settle for 6th, just ahead of Happy Hippie here in 7th. Luke Mitchell making the sort of late race overtakes into 8th place. Ewan for 9th. Tyler in 10th. Cyber just outside the top 10. He's had a pretty good race though. Charlie Fraser in 12th. Not a good race for him after his good performance at Catalonia, but he will be able to start the following race pretty high up. And Pix Decker is in 13th place, so that's been a pretty good race. We had a good mix of strategies. We will see you for race 2 at Kyoto Driving Park, Yamagiwa Reverse.